Here's the BT Daily Challenge. In fact, it's not just the BT Daily, it's a daily challenge for every single one of us that God inspired the Apostle Paul to write about. Here's what he said in Philippians chapter 2 and verse 14. Probably a familiar passage. Paul wrote this: "Do all things without complaining and disputing." Now, talk about a daily challenge. This is certainly one of them. Not once in a while should we try not complaining or disputing, but he says do everything that way. That's a challenge. Especially if you dig into the Greek words that are used here. When he says do things without complaining, that word for complaining can mean murmuring or grumbling. Different translations will actually use those words, grumbling and complaining. Well, what is that about? I think that Greek word points to what's happening on the inside. Because if you're grumbling about something, you usually aren't understood. You're mumbling to yourself, and it's something that's going on the inside. You're thinking about something that's really irritating you, and you're letting that circulate in your mind. So Paul points to that as well. But God also inspired him to write, do all things without disputing. And that second word, it can mean complaining, but it points to arguing and bickering and fighting. Now, if that's what you're doing, that's something exterior. That's something on the outside. So I think that's why this is really a powerful passage. Because let's say you've got control of what's happening on the outside. Oh, you look peaceful. You look nice. You seem to be getting along. But inside, you're murmuring and grumbling and complaining. That's not going to be helpful. That's not the right thing to do. That's not the spiritual thing. So here God's pointing out, we've got to take care of both. It's not just about what's the outside, the exterior, but also what's going on the inside. So the daily challenge that we have, it's inside out. It's both inside and outside. So let's do everything we can to begin to get a handle on our thinking so that we don't have this nice exterior while other difficult things are going on inside. Let's put God in control of our life, and let's pray and ask him, help me not to murmur, help me not to grumble, help me not to complain, and certainly help me not to show any of those things on the outside, to really have the mind of Christ. That's the daily challenge. So that's BT Daily. We'll see you next time.